Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia over at intuitiveandspiritual.com, and I'm here to talk about today the 30-day challenge of drinking a gallon of water a day. It is a really fun thing to do. It's part of the Life Project, and if you don't know what the Life Project is, just go check the other videos on my channel and you'll see that it's explained in more detail. So this month was the month of detox, and it's not quite the end of the month as of this recording, but that's so that I can talk next month, because it'll be July. I want to talk about the theme for next week, which will be the month of sacred travel. And so this project, or this month of detox, was actually really fun. I didn't know what to expect with it, and it ended up being like this thing where I recommend everyone do it at least once. So before I get into all the benefits of it, I wanted to talk about how I kind of set this up. So before the month started, I got this Nalgene bottle. It has 48 ounces in it, or 1,400 milliliters. So basically, I need to drink 2 of those a day, 2 48-ounce bottles of it, and then 32 ounces to get to 128 ounces, which is what a gallon equals. I learned that you need to pace it. If I can drink the first 48 ounces before lunchtime, then the second 48 ounces before dinner time, and then the third 32 ounces before bedtime, I can pretty easily fit that in. And so, yeah, I've learned to pace it pretty well. So as part of this detox, I started the month out by giving up caffeine in the mornings and my glass of wine with dinner at night. And that was partly because of this detox, but also fitting in all of this means that I had to give up other things, right? And so sometimes I would drink juice in the mornings. The other thing is my favorite chaga tea that I drink in the mornings as well. It's not caffeinated, and I found that actually gives you a pretty good energy boost, which is kind of cool. So yeah. Okay, so I have to talk about the thing that's on everybody's mind. When I would tell people that I was doing this project, they'd be like, "So, how much time do you spend in the bathroom?" And I'm like, actually, not to give you too much information, but not that much extra time. And part of that's because I'm doing the 10,000 steps for the Life Project as well. So I'm fitting in my 10,000 steps per day, and because that's a fairly active activity, I find that I'm not in the bathroom that much more. Especially if you spread out your steps during the day and you spread out your water drinking during the day, it means that, you just are kind of doing everything slowly but surely, and it just sort of works itself out, right? Okay, so now I wanted to talk about all the benefits and all the things that I have experienced from drinking all of this water. And I recommend that everybody try this at least once, because it's just a really cleansing experience. And I don't know, I just feel so good that I need to actually continue drinking at least probably 96 ounces of water a day, maybe like 2 of these. So the first big thing I've noticed is the amount of energy I have. I feel like I just have this enormous amount of energy, and it's like a natural feeling energy, and I don't really get tired like I did, and I don't know, I'm just raring to go, and it's really fun. And I kind of surprised myself. Like last night I was having dinner with in-laws and other family, and I was just going and kind of blabbing and just having a good time. Then there's something else that's really cool. I didn't know this when I started, but apparently your skin kind of fills out with hydration, and as a result of that, it kind of makes it get a little bit more color. And yeah, I'm a little more tan from all the walking outside, but a lot of people, when I first see them, and I haven't seen them in a little bit, they're like, "Wow, you've got sun," and like, "What have you been doing?" And it's just the water. I haven't really been doing that much different. I do know that all the steps and all the walking I've been doing, and walking 4 miles a day to get all those steps in, it's translating to this sort of newfound sense of health that I feel too. But But the water definitely helped with that. That's the one big thing I was doing this differently this month. That and eliminating alcohol and eliminating caffeine. I just really feel like that it gives you a different kind of energy and it feels really good. And the other day I was at the dentist and she was like, your teeth look good, which is, I've got a little like, oh, really? But it's because you don't get the same kind of staining from the darker drinks of tea and from wine that I like to drink. And I think the water is kind of like flushing everything out. And she's like, oh, and your skin looks so smooth. And I'm like, thank you. Not really doing it much different other than drinking a lot of water. And so I think it really helps with that, like really, really helps with that. And so I don't know, I'm just, like I said, I'm just really enjoying the benefits and what I feel from it. Something else that I felt was, drinking water just seems like it begets wanting to drink more water. I just feel like I got to the point where if I was thirsty, nothing but water would do. And I never felt like that with water before. It was kind of one of those like, oh, water, it's just kind of plain, but really is the basis for all life, and water is life, right? And so if you can really appreciate it, it just becomes this amazing substance that, I don't know, I kind of have a different relationship with water now, and now I realize all the health benefits that come with it. Another benefit that I felt is I usually get, in the course of a month, probably 2 or 3 headaches. And I know that's a sign of non-equilibrium, where something was off kilter, something was off balance. And I've actually been working on that. I've tried over the years like apple cider vinegar, and I've tried drinking a little bit more water. But what I didn't realize was how much water it takes to actually make them stop completely. So for me personally, I went from 2 or 3 headaches that would be pretty severe to none in the course of a month. And that alone makes me a lifelong convert to think, I just need to drink a lot more water. And I'd always heard that the first sign of dehydration is, or not the first sign, but one of the signs of dehydration is that you get a headache. And I'm kind of like, I guess all those times I've been dehydrated and I just didn't know it. I thought I was drinking enough water. I always tried to get the standard 8-ounce glass, and everybody's a little bit different for sure. But it's made my headaches go away. I haven't had any this month. And I thought I was getting one the other day, drank a little bit more water, immediately went away. So that tells me that I probably need at least 96 ounces of water a day. So drinking all that water means, though, that other stuff doesn't fit, as I had mentioned before. So I'm only drinking pretty much water as a liquid. But it makes you so that you can't eat that much extra food, too. I didn't want to snack that much. It really makes your snack cravings go almost nil. I found myself not snacking very much at all. The other thing I found was that when I would hydrate, a lot of times I would need to drink before dinner, before lunch, after lunch, that sort of thing, to make sure to keep pacing myself with with water. And so I don't know, it makes you eat less too. And so as a result, I have lost weight. The other part of that too is that drinking water, it's a non-caloric beverage, right? And so it actually takes calories for your body to process it. And so without even really trying, you end up sort of using more calories anyway. And so it's kind of an added benefit. But really, that's not at all why I started doing this. It was more because I wanted to do a detox. I wanted to have this month be a month of cleansing and just have it all go in with the intention project, right? And so I just feel so good, and it's such a feeling that I just want it to continue. And so I'm very motivated to continue drinking almost as much water. It sometimes is a bit of a chore getting that much in, unless I've been really active during the course of a day. And like yesterday I got 15,000 steps in, so it was really easy to get that 128 ounces in. In fact, I needed more than that because that's just a lot of activity. And so it just really works well for being active, but just wanting to hydrate and feeling the benefits from it. So yeah, I recommend it. The last thing that I feel like it's really helped me with is concentration and clarity. I just feel like I have a little bit more edge in terms of focus. I have a little bit more concentration ability. I can get started on a task and focus a little bit more, and I don't feel this sort of sense of exhaustion after working for a while too. So I don't know if that's going to be true for anyone else who tries it or everyone else who tries it, but it's worth a try. I mean, I'm definitely a convert to drinking a lot of water. It also makes me very grateful. I think about people around the world who they don't have access to running water, or they might not have access to all the clean water that they need. And so it makes me very grateful that I can turn on the faucet and just fill my water bottle up, you know. And you know, in a not an unexpected way, because the purpose of this project is to be very intentional about what I do. But I like how it's become a spiritual endeavor for me too. You know, just appreciating water and what it means, and how water is life, and water is the basis for just all biological activity. And so it's so important, and it's so important to treat it as a precious resource, because it really is, right? And so yeah, I'm just so happy about this whole experiment and what it's done for me. I'm also looking forward to the next months of the Life Project, and so if you are curious to see how it all turns out, just come and follow along. I would love you to follow my YouTube channel and subscribe to the blog. I often have free coloring sheets. There's a couple coloring books on there, and I just love sharing things that help the world, you know, and lift others up. So yeah. All right. It's so wonderful to see everyone. I hope this video finds you well, and namaste.